It's the last game of the JD Welsh Premier League. Nothing at stake in terms of league position, that's already been sorted, but plenty to play for in context of professional pride and rivalry.
Yeah, of course, and if you look at who's finished second, Connah's Quay have pushed us all away, and it's a home game for us, and we want to make sure that we still prove to be the best team, and on paper and on the pitch out there, and go and give a good performance for the last game of our season.
And of course there is added spice because the game is the dress rehearsal for the JD Welsh Cup final the following week. How important will it be for both sides, I guess, to establish confidence going into that final game of the campaign?
Yeah, you wonder what sort of team they're going to put out and how they're going to play. Both games are obviously on 3G. They do well at home where they can probably use that grass pitch to their advantage. So in our favour here, playing at home, I can't remember too many games where they've got too much out of it, whether that's in possession or chances or whatever else. So we're obviously in good form. We had another good win at the weekend, so we'll be playing a strong team in the next couple of weeks, both games. And looking to take the advantage and finish the season in style, really.
TNS go into the game 9 points clear at the top of the table. That's quite an impressive lead, considering it has been touch and go up until recent weeks.
It has, yeah, and it just shows that how well those two teams have done. But there's always that one where if you have a tricky result, how do you bounce back? And there's always that little thought in my mind of, if they do have one bad performance, how are they going to come on the next game and put that right? And I think if you look at the gap, we could make that 12 points if we beat them, and that would be an excellent end to the season, considering that we only won the league by 14 points the year before. If we do win this game, we can equal that point record.
That was my next question, Scott. There are 3 permutations as far as points are concerned. Following the final whistle, TNS will either be 6, 9 or 12 points clear. And as you say, the 12 points, that puts us on a level compared with recent seasons.
Yeah, it does. And, said last week in the chat we had about aims and objectives for the split, and what we had, and it was 9 wins and 1 draw. If we win on Friday evening, it'll be 9 wins and 1 draw. So, some might say that's a little bit of arrogance. It's not arrogance, that's the target, and the players have been absolutely fantastic. Need 2 goals to get to 100. Can we do it? I believe in the squad, and whoever we put out, that we can score in every game, score some vital goals. As you saw the game against Connah, and there we scored goals late on, and that's what we usually do because we're fitter and stronger and mentally better than every other team in the league.
Scott, we're certainly on the same wavelength this morning, because the next question was 98 goals scored so far this season. How important is it psychologically to reach that century landmark?
It's really important, because over the last 4 or 5 games I've been harping on, look, you've got 5 games to go. Can you? I think when we were on about 85, scored the 7, then we got the 4. It's like, there's a possibility, and that's, you get 100 goals in 32 games. That's some going. Likewise, you look at the other end. The goal that was scored the other night was a very good strike, and 16 goals and 19 clean sheets is where you want to be. We're heading in the right direction, and I think you'd rather be like this at this time of the season than like you were in November. It's no good having a good start to the season and faltering at the end. So I think we've hit form at the right time, and we're really in good shape. You can see the boys training day in, day out. They're in good mood. Everybody wants to play, and everyone's obviously got one eye on the cup final and wants to play in it.
You mentioned 16 goals conceded. Well, for the third question, that's the next one as well. Because when you look at the stats, and the stats, like the camera, never lies. The New Saints conceded 16, as you say, Scott. When you look at the top 6 teams in the Welsh Premier League, the next best defensive record is Connah's Quay, who conceded 32, and then it's Carnarvon, who let in 46. 16 is a very impressive figure indeed.
It is. If you can, if you can always, your aims would be around 20 to 25 at the start of the season. I've got to say that. So 16, very healthy, number of clean sheets, and it just breeds confidence with the goalkeeper and the back four, everyone else in front of them. Protecting that, and the way we've played this year, we've really upped the intensity of pressing other teams and making sure that we get the ball back as soon as we lose it. And if you do that, and if you continue in that vein, then you're always going to keep them away at the other end. Set plays, yes, teams do set up and take advantage of a set plays sometimes, but on the whole, in our general play, we've been excellent, been really, really ruthless in our approach.
In our last game, it was a 3-1 victory against Carnarvon Town, which you've already referred to. You made 6 changes that were all outfield players. That's 60% of the starting lineup. Probably true to say there was a certain lack of the usual excellent fluidity, but nevertheless, they did blend together well, came together in the end. Good performance, good result, and what it does show is the depth of squad that you as a manager have at your disposal.
Yeah. Firstly, no one else in the league could change 6 players and win 3-1 against Carnarvon. No one else could. So that just shows our strength and depth. And if you look at the chances created the other night, we had so many one-on-ones in the first half, we could have been 4 up. So although it wasn't that fluid until the second half, maybe, I thought we did overall very, very competent performance. New players that come in. Billy Whitehouse first start, I thought he was very good in flashes. He was everything that we'd highlighted and scouted and everything else. So Dean's come in, hasn't played for a while and looked sharp and dangerous. And I thought giving Ben a chance. Like I've said, I want him to come into central midfield, but easily as comfortable at right back.
You mentioned a number of players there. The final question is, Scott, we hope you've got plenty of managerial paracetamol for this weekend, because the selection headache will be as intense as ever.
It will do, but like I've said previously, that was the game to rest a few players. Friday's game will be a chance to be strong and make sure that we win the game. I'm not into all the leave 10 players out because we won the league and whatever else. I don't see that. I don't want to give any team any advantage on us whatsoever.